welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Ross Merriam. Today I'm playing a cool little green-red aggressive deck, but this one is using an obscure card from Shadowmoor. It's Kragenwick Cremator. Am I getting that right? Yeah, that looks right. It's a 2 red, 5/4. When it enters the battlefield, you discard a card at random from your hand, and if you discard a creature in that way, you deal damage equal to that creature's power to target players. So we got some big creatures here that we tutor up with Fauna Shaman, some weird Eldritch Evolution synergies, but mostly just being a red-green beat-down deck, and our hand looks to do that quite well. We can play Steely Champion on turn 2. If they kill our mana creature, we can still play a Geist. This Magus of the Moon should also be very strong against a lot of archetypes. I might play that on turn 2 instead of the Champion, depending upon what we see. But either way, a hand that looks quite good. And we're on the play to boot. Always good to be on the play with a Birds of Paradise Noble Hierarch deck. So because there's a chance I want to play Magus on turn 1, what I'm going to do is crack this fetch for a basic forest, or Magus on turn 2, I mean. And if I draw a fetch land next turn, I can get a second forest into play and still get red with the birds. We shouldn't need the Exalted from Noble for a little while, so playing the birds first is better. And if they kill our bird, I'd rather have Noble left over. Basics, okay, they do kill our bird. Basic Swamp means we're probably not doing a whole lot with Magus, but we did draw another forest, which is nice, and I can just Geist and then either Magus if I change my mind on that, or probably just Steel Leaf next turn. We are now down to 1 red source. We can't cast a Cremator if we were to draw it. That is the downside of the play I just made. But with the Magus already in hand, I think that's fine. Magus should give us access to other red sources pretty easily. Windswept Heath. And there is another red source. No point in doing anything but attacking first. I don't actually want to Magus this turn because then they're going to know to crack this fetch for a basic. Whereas otherwise my deck looks somewhat strange to them and they'll probably just play straight up. In that case, get maybe a Temple Garden here. This might be an Abzan deck. And if they're a 3-color deck, I think they're going to want to get a dual land here to make their mana a little bit better. So I'm just going to play the Champion. Hopefully they don't have another Fatal Push here, which might be rough. They get basic Forest, so doing a good job of playing around a moon. Yeah, it looks like they have the push. They just got a little antsy with it. They need to let... Ooh, Grizzly Salvage. Okay. Well, now I'm interested in what's going on. Huh. I've seen some lists of the black-red bridge deck splash for Grizzly Salvage. This is not that. They are an Abzan deck. What did they... Marshflats, Temple Garden... Okay, there's a Grim Flare. Okay, so they found a Grim Flare off of the Grizzly Salvage. So they get a Flare to their hand, they get a Lingering Souls into the yard. They're still only on 3 types, so not Delirium yet. This will be a 2/2 Grim Flare. Steel Leaf Champion should be very good. Even if they get this to a 4/4, Noble will pump it to a 6/5. Oh, wow. Naturally drew 2 basics. Oh, this Magus of the Moon is not looking great. So here they mill Siege Rhino Salvage and a couple lands. They got another Swamp here, and that's what they take. So they're on 4 basic lands. And now I bet they Thoughtseize away this Noble Hierarch. I can't imagine doing anything else. Creature does give them a 4th type here in the graveyard, so now their Flare is a 4/4 and the Noble can't protect it. Yeah, there's the downside of World Spine Warming. Can't really do anything with that. Okay, let's get in there. I assume we'll see a trade with this Geist. Ooh, nothing. Just going to 6. Okay. Well, might as well play this moon. This Magus of the Moon, I guess. And hope I can draw a Kragenwick Cremator, because that would be really good here. Ooh, as Siege Rhino. I was sort of expecting Flare Flashback Souls, but Rhino will work too. That will trade with Steel Leaf Champion. Definitely, I think I need a Cremator here. Ugh. Hmm. Do I want to make this trade? I can draw another Noble. If I don't make this trade, they're probably attacking for 4 and making this Soul's Flayer play. Then if I draw another Noble, I can get a 6-point attack in. So I think I'll just pass. Fauna Shaman would also be a pretty good draw here. Or an Eldritch Evolution. Several good draws going on. Yeah, Eldritch Evolution, we'd just be able to turn the Geist into Burial Rites targeting another Siege Rhino. Well, now Cremator is no longer exactly lethal. Our opponent is a sort of a graveyard advantage Abzan deck. This is kind of cool. Ooh. Come on, Evolution or Cremator. Fauna Shaman, okay. Well, now I think I'm willing to make the trade because I'm probably just winning via a strong draw in the next 2 draw steps. Though if I attack here, they might just take it now that they're at 12. I really do want to trade. Okay, I'm going to hold back and trade on the block. Because there is a chance my opponent continues to play very conservatively here. I also I don't really want to put a Siege Rhino into the graveyard with the Burial Rites there. Looks like they found another one and a Resto. See which one they want to take. Probably the Resto because they only need 1 land to play it here. But we'll see. Unfortunately, if I draw any creature, I cannot find Cremator. Yeah, they took the Resto. I can't find Cremator and cast it on 1 shot. Oh no, I have exactly enough for that. Oof, I miscounted earlier. So now they're going to Resto one of them, have 3 blockers, be at 15. I might not even be able to do enough. And they'll have 3 blockers, and we'll only have 3 attackers. That's just not enough. I've got to block. Wow, that is kind of gross. All these Siege Rhinos. Gaining too much life. I think I'm pretty dead. Ugh, I draw a land. That is not going to do it. What do I have in the rest of this deck? There's some cool one-ofs that might be good. So, can I cast Galta? It's going to cost 6 mana, so I'm 1 short of that. Till I could get a Tireless Tracker, cast it, crack it, get a Clue, and then double block the Rhino with Geist and Tracker. Not sure where that gets me. I can get Scavenging Ooze, but I don't have a lot of green mana because of this Magus. Scavenging Ooze does stop the Burial Rites, though, which is cool. So that's something to think about. They're certainly going to resto me, put me down to 6. The rest of the air gets me to 3. So I have to do something blocking here. What do I want to do? I think my best bet might be the Tracker line. I can put a 4/3 and a 2/2 in front of the Rhino. Oh, but yeah, that doesn't work, right? Because then they have to barrel rights another Rhino for the last 3. Huh. Kind of wish I had blocked with this Stringer Root Geist earlier, but so I do need to gain some life here. I guess that means Huntmaster of the Fells. Maybe Kitchen Finks is better. So, as Magus the Moon has actually been a net negative in this game against a 3-color deck. Cast on turn 2, which is rough beats. No attacker does anything. Finks is probably the best then. I get to put Geist Finks in front of Rhino and gain a total of 4. I'm at 13. I'm 10. I'm 7. They bring me to 4, but they're going to be at 18 at that point. Maybe I can set something up, but I think that's my best shot. Because unfortunately, without one more green mana, I can't find Scavenging Ooze and use it to deal with the Unburial Rites while surviving the attack. So I do have to Finks. Not the best of plays. Yep. I think I'm even my best lines involve needing 2 draw steps, and with that Lingering Souls, I don't think I'm getting them. Too many Siege Rhinos. Feels like standard from 4 years ago, all over again. They have 6 mana here. They can flashback Souls and flashback Unburial Rites. That should do it. Even if I trade here, I mean, they might not even attack with the Rhino. They could just hold back, attack me to 5, get me to 2 with this Rhino. They're at 18, flashback Souls. I need to deal with a Resto and a Souls token to not be dead in the air. They'll be at 18. Pretty unlikely to lose the game at that point with several blockers back. think I'm on no outs. Liliana, the last hope. Oh, and yeah, now they're even. Ugh. So now I have to triple block this thing. Yep. Okay. I'm going to go to 4 here. Oh, no, 5. Get my triggers. I guess then I'll go to 7. But then I'm going to go to 4 when they rebuy a Siege Rhino. Which puts me not dead to... puts me not dead to Restoration Angel next turn. Definitely dead now. I need to draw some creatures in there. Okay, what do I have in the sideboard? Ugh. None of these cards seems good. This ooze is good. Take that back. Normally I would say this card's pretty good. I think they have about 4 basics in their deck. We have Eldritch Evolution to get it out quickly, and a bunch of basic forests. But given that they've already seen it, I'm just going to ward it out. I guess this Thrun is okay. It still is not that good against their things. It's probably better than this Sirach, though. Not sure if they're going to have Liliana of the Veil in addition to Liliana Last Hope. Seems like they would. So maybe these Obstinate Bailiffs are good. But again, they don't match up well against Siege Rhinos. So like the 4/4 body is not particularly good. What am I going to be cutting for it? I don't want to cut the low end. I want to keep the sort of combo finish in the deck. So I'm just going to go with this. Maybe I want Relics too. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to want these Relics. I can deal without like 1 World Spine Worm. And I can deal without... Oh no, I didn't do that fast enough. Okay, we're doing what we're doing. This hand looks pretty good outside of the fact that we don't have a red Manosaurus for this Cremator, but we should draw into some. Turn 2 Champion is nice. Hopefully they don't have the push on turn 1 like they did last game. You might think that like Relic is a no-brainer in a matchup like this. They're kind of a graveyard deck, but they're not like super a graveyard deck. If we were more reactive ourselves and we needed our removal to help deal with or we were like a bolt reactive deck and had a hard time dealing with the 4/4 Grimflayer and hard time dealing with Lingering Souls, that would make a lot more sense. Ooh, okay, if we can find red mana, we might be in business here. We got Cremator Worldspine Worm. For now, we got the big old 5/4. Moshi for 6. Do I want to play into Maelstrom Pulse? I really don't. You really don't want to get pulsed. There's not much they can do here to stop this 1 champion. I think if they have pulse, they're going to cast it next turn on the champion. So I'm going to put them to the test and just play Fauna Shaman. This could cost me if they just like Lingering Souls or something like that. They're salvaging. What did they hit? They had 2 Unburial Rights and Damnation. This does creature of land, from what I remember right. Looks like 5 bricks to me. But they got 2 Unburial Rights there. So that's kind of cool. But let's see if we can keep the beatdowns coming. None of these are in their hand anymore. Another salvage. So kind of a slow draw from them. Now they have some options. 2 lands in here, a Flayer and a Rhino. See which one they like. Looks like they took the Rhino, which tells me that they have lands. Why is this? Yeah, 5 card types in the graveyard too. We would have a Rhino beat here with the champion, double champion draw. Makes me feel like I maybe screwed this up. I can take a very aggressive line and Fauna Shaman for a second bird, play them both, and then next turn, if I draw any land, I can discard the Steel Leaf Champion, either find nothing or find another mana creature, I guess, and then get myself down to just the 2 cards in hand as Cremator and Worm and 11 them. I'd be attacking them for 6. They'd be at 8, and if they Rhino, they'd go up to 11. Is that worth doing? That would be bad against Damnation, which we've seen them salvage, but that is not an effect that I think they have many copies of. I would be surprised if it was more than, very surprised if it was more than 2. I'm kind of surprised if it was more than 1, which makes me want to go for it. Alternatively, I can just play second Steel Leaf Champion, which means I would have missed a point. I'm just going to try to combo because that's what this deck's trying to do. Let's discard a Huntmaster. I want a... Oh no, is there only 1 bird in this deck? That would be embarrassing. Okay. It would appear there's only 1 Bird's Paradise, and I did not read the list very closely. Not good. Not good at all. Okay. So what do we do here? I think I'm just going to get a Scavenging Ooze, seeing as that's probably the best thing I can find off of that activation, and continue just like normal. We're still set up against a turn 4 Rhino here. Hopefully it's not another Damnation. We might see them blow an Unburial Rites here just to get it used. It would be a 4/4 Flyer, but 4 Flyer also isn't particularly good here. Okay, I guess they just didn't want to keep going. So, didn't even need the Cremator. Now we're on the draw. And I'm going to keep rethinking these relics. They don't seem great, because I don't think Lingering Souls is a very good card against us. We have a bunch of Burial Rites they can find, which can be annoying. But me using an entire card to try to stop that, like, need it at the right time, especially on the draw, I think I'd rather just do my thing. Though I am not opposed to cutting one of these World Spine Worms. I don't want to draw too many of these. I kind of want to set up Cremator with Fauna Shaman rather than doing it naturally. I like the first World Spine Worm because you can Galta and Evolution into it, and it's really good against a lot of decks. Might be better against my opponent's deck than I think, because with all the graveyard stuff going on, they probably don't have as much room for removal, so they might not be running paths like most Abzan decks. But you know, do I bring in a Relic? Do I bring in a Bailoff? Should I bring in both if I bring in one of either of them? Hard to say. Not really a big fan of this Huntmaster. I'm going to say that my opponent probably has Liliana of the Veil in their deck. And I'm going to go for these Bailoffs on the draw, because that's a card that can catch me up if they do something cool. I also want to buy time to set up a combo if they're Rhinoing me a bunch. This is not a great hand. We really need Mana Creature in this matchup, not Lightning Bolt. This doesn't do a whole lot early. Unless they have a flare on 2. It is a fine hand, though. Like, Finks into Thrun are good things. We're not going to fall behind. Is it a keep? I really want to Cremator them. I haven't been able to set that up. But, I'm just not sure. Bolt? Maybe I should be bringing out some of these bolts against the Resto. Yeah, the Resto Siege Rhino deck. These bolts just don't seem very good. I probably shouldn't have them in my deck. I actually like this 6 quite a bit. Geist is a sticky threat. Tracker will be great if it lands, and then we'll have an empty hand for Cremator. Oh yeah, we're topping that. We're going for it. So we're going to draw that one. We're going to draw 4 cards. If one of them is a land, yeah, we're going to have 2 others that we need to get rid of before cremating. This might be tough. Might have to go for the unsure thing. Basic Forest go. Fine with that. Means a mana creature would have been good. You know I'm going to draw on a mana creature next turn after scrying this to the bottom. I guess I'm fetching, so can't really blame myself. Okay, so your Wayfinder. Pretty good against Geist. And they hit a Plains. They do have Path in their deck, so that's good to know. Let's get a Stomping Ground. Another Cremator. Strangleroot Geist. Mush you. I'm really hesitant to trade these Wayfinders. I figured we'd get a snap trade, but there's not really anything else I'm doing with the Geist. This could be awkward mana on their part, playing the Ghost Quarter on 2, but maybe they do this Martial Arts just now. So we know they have Plains. I imagine they boarded out Lingering Souls. I don't think it's very good in this matchup. They need to focus on the beefy parts of their deck. Cool deck, though. Ooh, now we're getting aggressive. Ooh. Okay. Do I want to Fauna Shaman this turn? I think I want to Tracker this turn and use my mana. If I draw a land next turn, I can play Crack a Clue, play Shaman. Just still early. Just use my mana. Do you have a Fatal Push? We'll see. This could just be Shockland intertapped. No, it's Swamp. Okay, into Salvage. They do have Lingering Souls in their deck. They hit one here. They can either get land 4 if they need it. I think they do. Yeah, they don't take the rest up. They took the Windswept Heath. So now we know they have Heath Plains in their hand. And I really need to draw land 4 here. We got them at 15. Probably going to need to do a little more to help around Siege Rhino. But we're close. We got the... Oh no! Not Thoughtseize! Oh, this is going to be interesting. If I draw a land next turn, I'm going for it. 50-50. If they take... I'm assuming they take Fauna Shaman here. They might... Maybe they take Emrakul? They take a Cremator. Do they have another discard spell? That is suggestive of another discard spell. They'll have to take a lot of damage if it's another Thoughtseize. We might just attack them out if they go that aggressive. They go to 8. And chump block the tracker, I go to 6. Yeah, does look like it. Oh, they have push for the tracker. Okay. Well, I have the combo in my hand and you're at 10. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Fauna Shaman. And I doubt this Geist is getting through, but it's not doing anything else. I guess if I draw Eldritch Evolution, it could do something. So we'll see. If they don't disrupt my hand, I just want to draw another land, and then I guarantee the 15. But we'll see if they have another discard spell. Opponent sent me a message. 3 asterisks. I think they see what's coming. The funny part is them taking the Emrakul there is like just incredibly awkward. I guess they would force me to discard a card at random with a Cremator. So they only have 1 Thoughtseize. I think they should have taken Emrakul or Fauna Shaman. If you take the Fauna Shaman, then I'm guaranteed. I never get to be able to have a guaranteed Emrakul. I play a Cremator, hope to discard it. If I discard the other Cremator, the Emrakul stranded in my hand. Eternal Witness for the Thoughtseize. No. Okay. Well, let's shovel the graveyard back in and see what we got. Ooh, they take Cremator, eh? I guess that makes sense. I don't know why I thought they would take the Emrakul. Guess I just really want them to take Emrakul. Lightning Bolt is not a very good draw. So they're on 3 cards in their hand, one of which is, I thought was a Plains. Did they play this Plains last turn? Yeah, they just played the Plains. Okay. So they have 3 unknowns in their hand. At this point, I don't think this Emrakul is doing anything. So I am more inclined to start using my Fauna Shaman to grind value. So let's discard this Emrakul. And what do I get? I could get Steel Leaf Champion, which they have the potential to be unable to block here. Could get Tireless Tracker to start drawing cards. I can get Scavenging Ooze, which would allow me to exile that Lingering Souls. They only have they have 2 creatures in the graveyard right now. I'm a little bit worried about them just casting a Siege Rhino, or I guess I have Burial Rites covered. I think I like the Scooze plan. It's both a pretty big threat and a way to disrupt them. I don't have any more lands for Tracker in terms of generating advantage. So I'm just going to play Ooze. I guess if I want to stop Burial Rites, I have to let them Souls. I didn't think about that. Hmm. I'm definitely going to attack with this Geist because I don't mind trading now. And honestly, I guess if they Burial Rites the Siege Rhino, I guess they would Burial Rites the Redstone, Blink the Eternal Witness. I think I have to let them get the Lingering Souls. I can't let them Rites. It's too good. The Souls I can beat. Ugh. Ugh, the one of damnation is excellent. I was so close to setting everything up. Oh god, now the trade for the Geist looks horrible. I just lose everything. I have a Bolt, they have 3 cards in their hand. I need to draw real well from this point on. Steel Leaf Champion would be good. I think that would probably be the best to draw. But it does depend on what they have left. Yeah, it's all spells though. Wooded Foothills is not good. I should have held that too because of Tireless Tracker. Yep, now the parade of rhinos starts. Did I? There we go. I had F6 once the rhino came down, but if they're trying to Thoughtseize me again. Oh geez, plus Tassiger. Just 8 power. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to bring out some of these bolts. This damnation would have been pretty great either way. Ugh. Now I'm just dead in 2 turns. They still have more back. Liliana, kill your noble. Yep. Very dead here. I don't have a way to deal with big creatures. I gotta go bigger than them in order to deal with them. Now, because I'm dead next turn, my plan was to chump block immediately if they let me. So that I could run a runner, cremator, and big creature. Oh, now I didn't on F6 in time. And a bird, yeah, they just kill this with Liliana and attack me for 8. But maybe I'm supposed to do something else with Fauna Shaman. I think I could wait on the Fauna Shaman and just see what they do. Who'd have left me with a threat at least, and not attacked with the Geist. But stopping their ability to Burial Rites when they had shown they had multiple copies in their deck seemed pretty good there. If they have the rights, they get to kill the Fauna Shaman with the Fatal Push, and then flash it back the next turn on the 4/5. I guess I would get Ooze then, and they could just Damnation. I don't think there was a way I was really beating that Damnation. Once they dealt with my tracker, that was my way of generating card advantage. So I had to sort of extend to the board. And once they dealt with tracker and the threat of the combo, they had a lot of disruption in that last game for a deck that I don't think has a ton. Eternal Witness certainly playing its part, but you know, we're playing this like aggro deck that has moving parts with this combo finish, and sort of got punished for having bad cards and just coming out a little bit slow there, I guess. Well, I mean, I played 2-drop, 3-drop, then a Fauna Shaman on the next turn. Just got beat up by the Damnation, I guess. Really wish I'd been able to set up the Cremator. I thought we might get close, but once they took the second Cremator with their first Thoughtseize, you got to know that they have another discard spell. It turned out to be Witness for the discard spell, but that's going to be good enough. And yeah, that was the point at which we were forced to Fauna Shaman. Just yeah, I'm mulligan to 6, like looking for a faster hand. Had a mana creature twice. Yeah, I think I did what I could do. The card that was impressive was Steel Leaf Champion. Definitely won us game 2. A card I wrote about, its especially its potential in Modern, in my article earlier this week on StarCityGames.com. So if you are interested in Steel Leaf Champion yourself, you can go check that out. But that's going to be it for me with Red Green Cremator. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and you can come back and see me on Friday. Bye.